Good afternoon, Joe Tone, Operations Section Chief with Pacific Northwest Incident Management Team Number 2 with your operational update for Monday, September 6th. Last night we experienced a lot of activity on the north part of the fire, so we'll start out in Branch 1. Over in Division Alpha, you can see the fire perimeter made a significant increase on the map there, moving to the northeast. This is stuff that's still in the designated wilderness. It had a lot of continuous fuel and trees, so it had significant growth with a west wind and extremely dry air over the fire. You can see it bumped right down to the Bumping River corridor there. Crews are in there making sure that fire stays on the east side of the river. It's taken a fair amount of effort and resources to keep it in the control lines over there. They're filling in some spots so the fire can't make established runs on its own, so we're taking out some of the fuel in front of it as we go along. That drove the resources in Delta and Echo to really be prepared to connect the lines and be able to provide the protection necessary for the highway corridor, as well as all of the structures along Division Alpha, Delta, and Echo. Into Division Foxtrot, this northeast corner of the fire also made a significant run. It got into a bowl where it had some continuous fuel, stood up a bit of a column, was fairly visible from the community yesterday, and that hit one of our management action points. That it drove us to put some fire on the ground here in an offensive firing operation to protect this fire movement to the south and to the east along the 410 corridor. So throughout last night, we utilized hotshot crews and hand crews to put fire on the ground from what we're calling H18 all the way up to drop point 32. And that effort continues today all the way to drop point 30. And that puts this clean fire edge on the fire side of the structures, keeping the fire out of those buildings. It did mobilize the local fire department in Nile last night to help with that. Today, they're utilizing a drone to help put some fire into the middle of this area where we can keep our firefighters in a safe area, not between two walls of fire. So that effort's going to continue to ensure that we've protected those values through there, and that'll be a big focus today and tonight. Moving south, Division Hotel remained quiet. Crews patrolled that, didn't see any issues or concerns. Moving down into Branch 2 in Division November, they continue to do mop up. There's a lot of snags in here, so chainsaw operations and falling teams are going there, cutting some of the snags that are consistently dropping and falling across the road, falling in the areas where firefighters are working, so we're mitigating those as fast as we can. There was an increase in fire behavior in the donut hole here yesterday down at Rattlesnake. That caused, with a wind shift at night, to throw some spots over the line. We had 5 to 10 spots outside the line between drop point 95 and drop point 144 right here. Last night the crews were able to locate all the spots, get line around them with either a bulldozer or a hand crew, or get water on them. And we utilized a Type 1 drone flying at about 10,000 feet to look with infrared, looking for additional spots. So that continued, and today our aircraft that are up in the air are also looking for spots out here to make sure that this line, we have everything that might have potentially spotted out from the large fire development last night. Division Oscar, no issues or concerns throughout the day yesterday or the night. It stayed very good within the lines. Crews will continue to mop that up and make that edge secure. Division Zulu, they have about one more day of preparation down in the bottom with building the alternate line down here above Rimrock Lake and the work that's going to need to be done for repair prior to the rains. Division Zulu now has some resources pushed out into it looking at stuff in the wilderness. It's a specialty fire use module that came out of one of the national parks. They specialize in looking at fire growth and behavior in remote areas, and so they're going to be looking at options about how to keep this fire from affecting the public when it would come towards the highway. So keeping it into an area where the fire can do its minimal growth but not make any significant runs. Thanks and have a good day.